or start doing beauty school vlogs, just kind of so it helps me remember my experience and so it helps others. I know when I was looking, when I first started, I couldn't really find like a lot of them. It wasn't really like a lot of vlogs on it or like topics on it, so on YouTube anyway. So I figured I would do vlogs on my experience on going to beauty school or cosmetology school, whatever you want to call it. Now there's different types of schools. You have cosmetology school, which pretty much covers like everything. Mainly, a large majority of it is hair, but it also covers nails, skincare, makeup, and stuff like that. There's also like other classes you can take and different education that you can get as well as going to cosmetology while you're going to cosmetology school to help you, you know, if you want to be more of a makeup artist or if you want to be more of a nail tech, like, you know, however you want to do it. Cosmetology is pretty much, if you get a cosmetology license, you can do, you know, whatever you want in any field you want, like, you know, esthetician, nail tech, makeup artist, hairstylist, like whatever you want to do. If you get a cosmetology license, you pretty much can do, you know, anything. You'll probably need some other lessons, I guess, or classes, or you want to take some other certifications in things like nails and stuff like that, because they don't really like go into like super in depth into like all the smile lines and all that stuff for like nails and acrylic nails and all that stuff and encapsulated nails and all that jazz. They don't do all of that, but we do the basics like acrylics and fills and natural nails and stuff like that. So we do also, you know, incorporate nails and makeup and stuff like that into cosmetology, but a large majority of it is hair. Started cosmetology school and then I left to try and do a more corporate job. I went to school to be a paralegal for a while, and I hated it. Like, it was so boring to me. Like, the curriculum was just like, oh, I couldn't do it. Like, no, it was just not something that I wanted to do. I have been doing like makeup and stuff like that on the side, doing photo shoots and all that stuff for years now. So I was like, I don't even know, like, I've been making money in the actual industry that I want to go into, so why don't I just get certified in it, get my license, do what I actually want to do. So I decided to leave school and go back to hair school. I had done almost 300 hours of cosmetology school, which cosmetology school is hours. Like, you go, it's pretty much like a job. You go like 9 to 5, or, well, my hours is 9 to 4. You can either go 9 to 4 or 9 to 6, and it's Tuesday through Saturday for us during the day. So it's basically like a job. Like, you basically, it's like you're working in a salon every day, 5 days a week. So I had already done, you know, almost 300 hours, but then I stopped and went back to regular school. So when I came back, we decided, so that I had a refresher course, so that I remembered everything and everything's, you know, fresh in my mind, and new things I'm able to get as well, because when I came back, we had all new, like, books and stuff like that. So I was like, I'll just start from the beginning, put my hours that I've already had at the end, and that way I don't have to be on the floor as long, and I can still, you know, graduate. So I'm pretty much starting the curriculum all over again, just so I can learn everything and refresh my memory and make sure that I have everything and remember everything, and, you know, all that, because nobody wants to go, and especially with the state boards, like, you really need your theory, because if you go and you just try and wing it, like, you're not gonna get your license, and then you went to school for a year for nothing. So I am basically pretty much like a new student, I guess. I just have less time, which actually I don't really have less time, because I'm in Florida, so we only need 1,200 hours for our cosmetology license. We would like to move out of state, you know, eventually, and places that we'd like to go are like California or New Jersey or New York, or, you know, wherever we go, like, I want to make sure that I have the hours and the curriculum and everything that they also require, so that way I don't have to take extra schooling if we do move. So I'm staying for 1,600 hours because I believe in New Jersey and California you need 1,600 hours, and I believe New Jersey is like 1,500. So it just depends, you know, on the state. But for the most part, the states that I want to possibly live in, I'm covering all those bases by doing all those hours, and I can do extra hours at my school and, you know, get the curriculum that I need for those states for free, rather than going for the 1,200 hours here that's required, taking the state boards and everything here, and then moving, and then having to go back to school for another, you know, 400 or 500 or whatever hours, and then doing, you know, everything all over again for the same thing. This is my second week back. So with hair school, it's not like if you go to like a regular college, they have like a syllabus, a curriculum, and you just go off of that, you know, and if you came in late or registered late or whatever, or got in your class late, like, you just kind of play catch up and turn in your work or whatever. It's not like that. It's kind of on like a rotation type deal, to where you they'll do color and cutting, and, you know, however their curriculum is, they'll be doing it, and then students are enrolling, I don't know how, I think like once or twice a month or something like that. So, you know, you come in on whatever they're learning, and then eventually you'll get everything. It just kind of circles back around. In school last time, we had done nails and makeup and skincare and hair cutting and perms, I believe, which is different than a relaxer. A perm is for curling, relaxing is for straightening. A lot of people get that mixed up. We had done all that. But so right now for us, when I came in, we were on chapter 20, which is like, it's chemical texture services. I'm actually like looking in our little this is our little theory guide. This is what it looks like. It's pretty big. But yeah, we were doing, I started with chemical texture services this time. So it's basically like perms and relaxers and stuff like that, which is really big on the state board. So it's a really big chapter. So we worked on that for like a whole week. We're still going to go back, I believe, and we still kind of like go into it, because you have, you know, so many different perms and all that jazz to learn. And then this week we're actually doing hair color, which I'm really excited about because I love hair color. It's actually super interesting to me. I thought I would hate it because of like the color wheel and all that stuff, and it's kind of complicated to catch on to, but I was just like really like interested in it. So I'm super excited about that. We're doing that this week. So that's also big on the state board. So this chapter is also larger as well. If the teacher and everyone isn't on that subject, then you're not on that subject. You're on whatever subject you get in to, whatever subject you start school, that's the subject that you're on, and then it rotates from there, and then eventually you get everything. So if I'm looking down, I'm looking to read, because I wrote stuff down, because if not, then I would just be rambling on forever and you'd be like, what is this video about? Yeah, so right now I'm in phase 1, since I'm starting over. When you get to phase 2, you go out on the floor, you're working on clients, you have a licensed, your teacher is a licensed professional, they're there to help you, you know, obviously you're fresh on the floor with phase 2, like, you're nervous, you're working on clients, so, yeah, when you get out onto the floor, you'll have your teacher there, you know, who will help you, you know, every step of the way. Like if you have questions or whatever, or you don't understand something, they'll be there to, you know, make sure you're not messing up the client's hair or whatever. And then obviously the clients know that you're a student, and they are, you know, you're always going to get those clients that are just annoying. But for the most part, we have them actually sign waivers because, we are students, we're learning. Not everything we do is going to be perfect. So, in the event that something goes wrong or whatever, they already know ahead of time, they were such and such and so was a student, most of the time your teacher can just come behind you and, fix whatever the issue is, and eventually, it'll get worked out. When you're in phase 1, when you start hair school, like if you're interested in going and you do the tour and all that, if you do choose to start, you fill out all your paperwork, if you have financial aid, like all that jazz. And with us, we have our cosmetology kit that the school, provides, or that you have to have. And then you can add extras to your kit. Like I believe I added a color package to mine and another blow dryer and straightener and some other stuff, and like an airbrush kit, like airbrush makeup. So you can add like extras, depending on what school you go to. My school, you can do that, obviously. And like a rolly cart and all that jazz. Like, there's other stuff that you can add on to your kit that you can use your financial aid with if you get financial aid, or however that's working. You don't get your kit until phase 2. So the day you test out of phase 2, that's the day that you get your kit. When you start school, you get your uniform, because we wear a uniform. We would actually wear black scrubs with the school's logo on it. You get a white long sleeve mock neck. It's not like really a turtleneck, but it's more like a mock neck, I guess. A white long sleeve to go underneath your scrub top if you're cold, or if it's like winter or whatever. And you have to wear black shoes, black socks, if because it would look weird if you were wearing white socks with all black, but whatever. And then you get a black jacket with the school's logo on it also, and that's the only jacket you can wear. You can't wear anything else over your uniform except for the school jacket. And then you actually get 2 scrub pants and 2 scrub tops. So that way, one's drawstring, one's stretchy waist, like elastic waist. So that way, if one is dirty, you can, put on the other uniform, which I don't really mind wearing a uniform because it actually, takes the hecticness out of, what am I going to wear? And then if you're doing something new, like color or whatever, or cutting, like, you're not messing up your own clothes. So, you have your uniform, it's all black, you can't see anything. Like, I just prefer it better. It's easier, it's quicker, especially for those days where you're just not yourself or whatever's happening and you have to, like, run out of the door and be ready. Like, you just throw on your uniform and then you're out the door. Sometimes I'll wear a shirt underneath it, like a t-shirt, like a white t-shirt or something underneath it. Because it is chilly in my classroom, and then like I'll have my jacket over, but you can't wear anything like over it. But I don't care. It actually helps you, when you're trying to focus on like your hair and makeup or whatever, Also, going to beauty school, I like the fact that I like beauty school because I like, everything beauty, like hair and makeup and stuff like that. But I also like the fact that when you're in beauty school, like, say, like, I didn't, finish my makeup or whatever while I was at home, I didn't have enough time, I can bring my makeup to school with me and then, do it, like, on a break or whatever, like, in the bathroom or whatever. But if I'm whipping out my mascara and I'm putting it on, no one's looking at me like, oh my god, like, you're so vain, because everyone's there for the same purpose, hair and makeup and whatever else. So I like that part about it. It's really, I don't know, I guess it's like a really girly thing of me, but I like that part that no one's like looking at you like weird. Because like if you're in like a regular, physics class or something and you whip out your lip gloss and they're looking at you like, seriously, like we're doing physics work and you're thinking about putting your lip gloss on. Like, my schedule is I go 9 to 4, Tuesday through Saturday. We have Sundays and Mondays off because school and everything is closed on Sundays and Mondays. And Fridays and Saturdays are mandatory days. If you only get one freebie, like, to miss. And then after that, you have to have like a doctor's note or something like that as to why you missed. Or you have to pay for Friday and Saturday. It's like $25 or $30 or something like that for like every day you missed if you don't have like an excuse or you didn't like, you know, plan ahead of time. You can't just like call in and be like, oh, I'm not coming, or just not show up. Like it's not like that. They treat it like an actual job. So like if, you know, you're not the type of person that like wants to show up on time for work, then beauty school is probably not for you. My schedule is actually 9:30 to 4. You have to be to school, clocked in by 9:40, no later. If you're later than 9:40, you have to wait until 11:30. If you're later than 11:40, you can't clock in for that day. So you know, really have to be like on your game, be there on time. And not to mention, it's like a year program. So like if you want to finish, like you're gonna want to be there every day. Like yeah, there's days where I'm like super tired, especially because I have to get up at 6:30 so I can get my son to pre-K program before I go to school. So I'm up from 6:30 on. So yeah, that it's tiring, especially because I'm now 8 months pregnant. It's tiring. You're on your feet all, well, not really all day. I guess the only days that you're really on your feet all day would be like Saturday, because it's really you just you know, doing what we've learned during the week. Tuesday through Friday, I want to say. I don't remember if we did theory on Friday, but I'm pretty sure it's Tuesday through Friday. We do an hour or so of theory. We actually did pretty much most of the day theory today because it was hair color, and we had to make a color wheel and everything so that we can put it in our lockers or in our little carts, so that if we have like an issue or a question or whatever, we're trying to remember something on the color wheel for coloring, we can, you know, open our cart and see what we're missing or what we're not understanding or whatever. So we made color wheels today, and then we did like a rinse on our mannequin, just like a temporary rinse of dark color in our mannequin today, and then we styled it. But for the most part, we did like book work and just going over stuff, just really getting into the hair color and trying to understand. The days actually kind of go by like pretty quick. Like when you like get, like when I get up in the morning, I'm just like, oh god, like I'm so tired, like I just really don't want to. Like once I get up and I get going and, you know, I'm at school and we're doing whatever we're doing, the day actually goes by pretty quick. We have a 10-minute break and a half-hour lunch. I go from 9:30 to 4, so I get a 10-minute break and a 30-minute lunch break. If you go from 9:30 to 6, then you get 2 10-minute breaks and one 30-minute lunch break. But once you come back from lunch, like the day like flies by. So unless you're just really tired that day, because obviously there's going to be some days where you're just like, oh god, and you're just dragging along. But for the most part, it pretty much just like goes by really quickly, and you're just like, oh, you know, whatever, another day down. So yeah, I think that is about it for this week. I guess I'll try and do one of these. I think I may do another one possibly like right before like I'm testing out of phase 2. I'll do a vlog, like, you know, when I'm hitting like a different milestone or whatever, just kind of so you know how it kind of works, like, you know, what you have to do when you test out and things like that. So yeah, I'll try and do one like every like phase that I'm going through, just so it'll make it a little bit easier. Yeah, that is it for now. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them below, and I will try and add them in another video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, bye guys.